Hey, yeah, we're back again. Superhits 93.5 Red FM pe. I'm RJ Angira, and welcome back to my bathroom. Angira's bathroom, that's what it's called. It's a weekend segment. And I am with somebody who's just a power tower. That's the word that I'd like to use. That's the term I'd like to use. Well, she is somebody who subverts patriarchy with humor. She talks about, bringing a smile to your face, difficult times, even though she started off really, last year. Actually, you know what? Let me introduce you to her. We have Rida Tharana in my bathroom. How are you? What's up?
Hi, Angira. I love your name. Let me start with that.
Thank you.
I'm doing well, and how are you doing? How are things treating you?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you so much. And how's the pandemic been for you? That's what I'm going to start with because, earlier I would ask people this towards the end of the show saying, how is the pandemic treating you? But the truth is that it's been a year and a half and
Yeah.
people are losing it, dude.
Yes.
Like the other day in the news, I saw how the Prime Minister has been asking people to go back and not
and-
invite the third
yes.
wave. So what's been up with you as an influencer yourself?
It's a lot of pressure because now you're right in front of your audience. You need to think twice before coming on. And on top of it, you have to be responsible. I remember this because this wave, I was trying to monitor the Bangalore crowd. So I was getting requirements, and I had a person coordinate with me from the Bangalore war rooms directly, and I knew the pain it went. So I don't step out myself. This is the first time I'm stepping out after I've come to Bangalore. But all I can say is it's in another aspect, it's okay, but I've also seen the worst side, and I just want people to be safe. I mean, a little more, and I think we'll push through.
To be really honest, I want this to end.
I
I
know.
think we've all had enough. Anyway, let's get to the bright side of it. Welcome to Angira's bathroom.
Thank you.
You are known as somebody who's a content creator who uses your microphone to express and put your story out there. Rida, I'm going to ask you about your name because we've heard of Rita, Rita. But what's with Rida? What does it mean?
So it's pronounced as Ridha. It's
Ridha.
like Rinda.
Oops.
So Rida Tharana. I don't know. In the beginning, when I didn't like my name at all. I'd be like, why would you give a name like this? It's so, I don't know. But later on, I realized I liked it. So my mom says, oh, this is an Arabic word for shawl. So she'd say, you're a shawl. And I'm like, is this what the name you got from? But Rida actually stands for, someone who is determined to do what she wants to do and gets things done. I think that's what the Google says. So I'm going to stick to that rather than the shawl one.
I like this better. But it's very nice of you because if somebody pronounce my name, because I get this a lot, Angira. But in the third second, I'm like, hey, just a moment, it's Angira. So it's very nice of you to correct me when you had the moment. Okay, Rida, now I said it right.
Yes.
Let's start with something that people don't know about you. See, because you're always on the platform, on social media, people know what you think, what you're all about. But three things that you've never shared, that Rida's never shared with anybody up until today. I'd like to be a keeper of some of your secrets.
I'm not rich. I just know how to dress well. Let's start with that.
All right.
Second is my reels might show you that I'm an extrovert, but I'm an ambivert. It takes me a lot to vibe with people. And last but not the least is I'm sweet, but more often I'm a savage, really hurtful person. Like if you're an asshole, I make sure that you get to know you're an asshole. So, yes.
Ouch. Okay. Right. So let's get to content creation as something that you do
Yes.
on an everyday basis, right? Two mandatory things, like all of us have certain things that we wake up with. These are things as a flow we do. It's a habit. I'm not talking about brushing your teeth. I'm talking about two things that you do, which is part of your life that we don't know about.
I'm obsessed with plants, If you choose like, hey, Rudha, water a human or water a plant who's dying, I'd rather choose a plant. So I love plants. My house is filled
High
with
five to
them.
that. I have a green thumb too.
I have so many
Same,
of them.
right,
I have
okay.
a monstera. I have a fiddle. I just got a new fiddle again. My sister's annoyed. She's like, we don't have space. I'm like, you can move
We don't have
out.
space for you.
Yeah, you can move out. One thing I know is I like to cook my own breakfast. So the moment I wake up, it's all healthy. We're either having avocados or it's orange or apple. And I cook for my sister and I cook for myself. And that's one thing I do early in the morning. And then I go for uploading a reel because 10 o'clock is when my reel goes, or maximum at 11. That's it.
Okay, so social media is something that I know creates a lot of pressure for us as content creators itself, we're constantly having to do reels or something. Sometimes I'm just like, go away. I want to be in my blanket. So as somebody who's always out there, doesn't it become too much in terms of your numbers, in terms of creating content? Because I've read about you, and well, it says that you take your own time out sometimes. But
Yes.
what is the pressure like, though?
Not at all. So when I don't make reels every day. I at least have around 100 reels stored already. So, if I want to take a
Okay.
vacation for 2 months, I can. And the content will still go. So I'm more of a, if I get ready for an event or so, I sit and make 3 reels. I already have content I've planned, it's scripted out there, or most of my reels are my experiences.
You
so
note
don't
it down. I know
Yes.
that, yes.
I don't really have to pressure a lot. It's all I don't say I'm proud of my experiences, but that's something I had to go through and I put it out there. I don't
Right.
want people to relate to it, but unfortunately people do relate to it. So that's how it is. There's not a lot of pressure. I don't count on numbers. If it has to reach, it will reach. Sometimes the reel that I think will not do better reaches millions. Sometimes the reels I feel that will do good does not. Numbers doesn't matter. If it has to do well, it will do well.
All right. That's a nice way to go about it. Tell me that one special moment in front of the camera. You know what happens is when you're going on air for the first time or you're going in front of a camera, the first time is not like the 100th time. You
Yes.
remember your first time. So do you have an experience that you want to share with us?
I've always been someone who's self-obsessed. I won't say in a toxic way, but I've come from a person from not loving my skin color to not liking anything I do to finally accepting it. So when I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, oh my God, this queen is gorgeous.
Wow.
So I've always been taking videos and pictures of myself. So it has not been a first time or second time. It's just that I did not expect this coming my way. I knew I deserve it, but I did not know it. I didn't expect it coming my way. So when it did, I just gracefully accepted and said, you know what, I deserve it. I take
All
it.
mine.
Yes.
Okay. You are a lot into anime. So if you had to choose between Bollywood music, considering that we play Bollywood music, or anime, who would you choose?
Anime forever.
Okay, actually, you know what? Let's do this. I have a bunch. You can't see. I have a bunch of Japanese words and Kannada, Hindi words.
Okay.
That if we'll see how much Japanese is in
All
there,
right.
and we'll
Okay.
This is gonna be fun. Okay. First of all, konbanwa. I think it's very Indian. My accent. Konbanwa.
Konbanwa or konnichiwa?
Konnichiwa is good morning.
Yes, konbanwa is
Good afternoon, sorry. Konbanwa is good evening.
Good evening,
And since
is it?
it's the evening, I thought let's just start off with that. Okay. What do you say for hudigi? Hudigi. Hudigi is a Kannada word.
Yes, hodoge.
How do you say that in Japanese?
How do you... I only have oppa in my head right now, which is a Korean word. But I think girl, I don't... Oh my God. I'm so bad. Until unless I'm watching anime, I don't really have a hang of it.
Okay. Give me a break.
You're really testing my Japanese right now. No, I'm not that good at it. The words that I would know is baka, which is idiot.
Baka is foolish. That's
Yes,
correct. I
idiot.
have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have arigato, that's thank you.
Right.
And then we have gambare, gambare.
Kambare, kambare.
Yeah, gambare, gambare is like hang in there, or it's
Ah.
most of, it's a sarcastic way. There's a new anime that has come in, and this is really, really, really hot character that has, and he goes like gambare, gambare.
Okay. Okay, so basically, give me a break is yare, yare.
Oh yeah, yare, yare,
Yare,
yes.
yare. Okay. We'll do one more, okay?
Okay, easy please.
Yes, please. So, wait, when's your birthday again?
September 9th.
September, but we're in August now. Did you guys know that I in Japanese is two words?
Yeah.
Okay.
How do I?
Watashi wa.
Oh yeah, watashi wa shindero.
What?
Nani?
Okay, we're gonna move.
See, if you help me with the word, I know the rest of it.
Okay, watashi wa. Okay, this is so much fun. Rida Tharana in my bathroom. Let's ask her about. Give us your opinion on today's rise in social media platforms, because you're a content creator and you're somebody who is opinionated. You have your own ideas, your own mind, which I respect and I really like. So, and we can see that in your video. So what do you think about the whole rise in social media today with either whether it's Instagram or YouTube, and how people are monetizing? Because I know this.
Yes.
The content you make is not ideally to monetize as of now. You do it because you like doing it. What about the others?
So, when I started as something that I wanted to do. I was just placing my opinion. There's a saying that they say they all love women, but they don't like women with a voice, because
True.
she is going to tell you that what you're doing is wrong or right, and they don't like it. And most of it, I'm speaking facts, you're getting to hear things that you do not want to hear, and I'm putting you in a reality that, hey, everything is not sugar and ice. So when I started, that's how I started. I do have a YouTube channel, but I never thought I'd monetize from this. Instagram still doesn't pay me. I'm doing it because I love doing it. But that's what the part is, even when I started working as an MC, it wouldn't pay me a lot, but the amount I earned, even if it's 3K, made me so happy. And that's when I realized that, hey, that's what it takes. You going into a corporate job, not really liking it and still earning the money, and rather than enjoying what you like is what's there.
Skill versus job,
Yes.
very important.
Yes, but as there's a rise in social media, there's a Clubhouse, I'm sure you've heard of it.
Of course, I'm on it, bro. We should follow each other.
I hate that platform. It's
okay.
so toxic. Okay. Again, I feel like when I get into it, I try to be productive as possible. I'm someone who's more into productivity than anything. My time is money for me. I am not going to invest anywhere which doesn't pay me money, or it does not give me peace or happiness at all. So as it's rising, I feel like there's a lot of content creators out there as well. It's a competition that you have. You have to be better, or people are following you for certain reason, and whatever that is. But at the same time, I've realized that I do not want to attract crowd which is not going to be ready or is going to accept what I have.
Or won't consume the kind of content you put out. Makes sense.
I can reach millions, but those are followers who are just out there for certain reasons.
Irrelevant.
But I have opinions. I have opinions that I want people to know, that I want people to change or even think about for a second, I guess.
Right.
So that's the reason I'm like, I'm happy. We started growing in the, I say we because it's a team I have right now. I include all of my followers into it. I'm like, anything happens, you were there. So from November 20th is when I started growing. We are here in the month of July, and we already have hit 360K, which is quite a huge number.
Right.
And there's a competition, but at the same time realized you can't pressure yourself with this. What has to come your way, it has to come your way. You just have to be genuine to yourself as well as to your audience, and it'll work. But the best part, Instagram is coming with the monetization part.
I have heard.
I cannot wait for it.
I'm thinking about it. Okay. It should, because so many people, so many followers, so much content.
Yes.
It's something
They're
that
trying
should
to match up with TikTok as of now and see that, trying to pull in audience back to Instagram and see how it works. But as new things coming in, people are trying to deviate. We don't have Facebook anymore. I'm not on Facebook at all. The profiles
I
there.
have reached my maximum and I just stopped going there. Yeah, I'm just
So yeah, you need to catch up with things, but at the same time, you shouldn't be pressuring yourself with what you have. Make sure you're enjoying whatever you're doing.
True. I like the space that you're in. Your aura is so self-sufficient. It is, and I can tell. But if you had to go back in time and give your younger self an advice, what would
She's
it
done
be?
everything. There's nothing I would ask for in any way. She's so strong. To whatever I am today, I'm so proud of her. My parents didn't help me financially. She still stood up. She didn't say, let me go get married and settle down. Or let me find a rich guy and find whatever that is. She strived. She's had months where she didn't have food to eat. She's had months where people would go out and she couldn't go out. She's had months she's just been trying to style the old clothes that she has, which has now learned sustainability. But there's nothing I would say. I would just go back and hug her and say, you know what? You're a queen.
You're
and
amazing.
I love you.
Wonderful. Talking about your childhood, one confession that you might, want to...
Your brown skin is beautiful. Please don't listen to the society out there. You slay how, and don't feel that, hey, I'm brown, so I'm going to get a fair guy. No, you are going to get whoever you have to get, but please love yourself.
Did it matter? Brown skin, white guy?
You didn't know that? It was so funny because my sister's fair and I'm brown. So they would say, you're fair, so I'm pretty sure you're going to get a brown boy, but you're dark, so you're gonna get it's a stereotype.
It's the whole,
it's like,
I didn't think it still exists in our...
that. Oh my god, everything exists. Everything.
The one incident or person that changed Rida Tharana's life?
It would definitely be my ex. And it was a really bad relationship, trust me, and it went to an abusive state. But that's when I realized that if the whole concept of red flags, when you need to move on, when you need to stop giving them the chance, and that's what I learned from it. That person, I'm not saying it changed me in any way or financially or the content, no, nothing like that. Emotionally,
as a person,
it made me stronger. Now I stand up even if there's a slighted inconvenience. I do not want to let things go or let things slide. If it's wrong, it's wrong, and I'm going to call the person out.
I have noticed this in all of your work, especially when it comes to emceeing. You end with this, I'll tell you, wait. Wait for it. You say, okay, signing out, no. And then
Yes.
Just do it. Just do that for us, please.
So usually I didn't have a hang of it. I really realized that as an MC as well as an RJ, I think you know there's the opening and the closing is something that defines you.
Right.
So I was thinking of the opening part. I don't really tell my name in the opening part, but I say it in the ending part. And I was practicing at that time, but I had the set of videos at those. Right now I can say Sayonara. This is me, Rida Tharana, signing off. But at that time it'd be like Rida Tharana. Oh no, it's Sayonara. This is me, Rida Tharana. Signing off.
So it was a default that just became your signature.
Yes. So sayonara is goodbye in Japanese.
Of course, I know
and that. I was like, I don't know how did I incorporate that. So I was just like, I like the signing off part. I took it from one of the MCs, and he would always say, "Why did you take up? It was my signing off." I'm like, I don't know, I'm taking it. So I decided to incorporated the sayonara part, but I was shocked when that reel went viral. And everybody right now, even my followings, even when they send me voice notes, it's so cute that they end up with that sayonara, this is me, Asha, signing off, or it's me, Fatima, signing off. And it's just so cute how they've taken it up. And it's like, okay, that's Ridha. If that's the case, that's Ridha. We know that.
It also rhymes, it works completely. How many languages can you speak based on beginner, intermediate, and expert?
I'm an expert in English and in Hindi. As well as Dhakkani is my language. So ये बेंगलुरु की उर्दू बात करने का सुन को रहे तो वो हमारी बात.
Oh, like the Pattis, we had the Shivaji Nagara boys. Yes. All
so
right.
that's my mother tongue. My father's that. However, I'm okay as well as I can manage. Like the intermediate would be Kannada and Malayalam. My mom's a Malayali, and Kannada is because I'm here. I can understand Kurgi and a little of Tamil, and that's what it comes to basic, where I can understand, but I communicate back to you in English.
Right. I did see a little bit of mull in your accent in one or two videos. I'm like, wait, how does she know this? And now I know how. Okay. All right. There are a bunch of songs that we play, we enjoy, we like, we dislike. It's a personal choice. But is there any inappropriate or nonsense songs, since you do so many reels, right? From Bollywood, perhaps, that you're just like, and considering you speak your mind, are there any songs or artists that you would just be like, dude, you need to work on what you're writing?
Oh my God, that would be Bacha and Yo-Yo Honey Singh, please.
Yes,
please.
I found my soulmate.
Please.
Thank you.
Can you please work on them? Can you stop objectifying women?
Women,
We're already
thank you.
trying to get comfortable with
And
things.
past all this.
Yeah, it's just so lame. मैं Audi लेके आऊँगा, मैं गाड़ी लेके जाऊँगा. Like, bro, please, for God's sake, get something nice. So yeah.
मैं Audi लेके what?
Yeah, and all of them
That's
are
hilarious.
they just have one Lamborghini or something in the music video with a girl walking in, and I'm like, for God's sake. And I love Bollywood songs, I'm not saying, but there's
Right.
so many good ones. I was listening to only the Nazm. There's so many. Afreen is like, oh, Coke Studio has my heart.
True.
Those are like actual good songs, but then we have people like these.
I can see these. Okay, if you weren't an influencer, what would Rida Tharana do otherwise?
I don't even call myself an influencer. I keep calling myself an MC. I'm MC Rida Tharana, and that's my passion. That's my profession. I love holding a microphone, and the energy I have there is entirely different. I'm still continuing with that, and I'll still be that.
You do realize the kind of content that you put out, it makes a huge difference to a bunch of people. People take a lot of energy from you. When I saw a bunch of your videos, I was like, wow, this is so relevant. So you are an influencer. What do you think about being one today?
So I didn't really. I mostly call myself a content creator, but I realized that I am influencing. Sometimes I remember one person. Most of my reels are my experiences. Now, what can I do if it's with a man and not a dog? Okay. And
Okay.
they're like, you're against. I'm like, no, I'm just stating an experience. It's with the person. If you're relating to it, I don't hate men. Come on, for God's sake. I'm not misandrist, for at least I know for that. And there was this one point which was like, what do you do? I said, I make content that offend men. I'm so tired of saying.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that you were in my life. But I realized that my opinion matters, okay? But at the same time, I think twice before posting things, Angira. It's not like I'm right all the time. I cross-check and double-check, because we live in a generation where mental health is coming into picture.
True.
You can't just say, hey, I'm into depression, or, you're
And you talk very strongly about it.
Yes. And because it's relevant, we have people where they're going through a lot and we don't even know. And some of them are close friends in itself.
True.
So I think twice before even posting content. It's not that I'm not opinionated, but I don't want to create a ruckus out of it. Think twice before
You
posting
put anything
it.
out. Well, some of your videos that I really liked, I'm going to name them, Treating People the Same Way They Treat You.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Educating a girl for herself was just on point. Then you have forgive and never forget, and I'm like, wow, she just gets it. And also defining your worth. Most women, I've noticed is they might, be at a or peaks in their career or wherever they are, but there's this whole patriarchy. In fact, I'm going to just share this, where we had this really lame joke with one of my friends' groups where somebody spoke about a woman being trashed and another person said, oh, but this is like that movie, Thappad, right? And I'm just like, dude, that is not funny. So I think that people or men think it's very normal to have these kind of conversations. So what is a message that you want to give out to all the younger women? Because we've been there. We know all the hardships. We know how we've pushed through. And today we are where we are. Is there any advice that you want to give them?
It's funny that men still think that we've achieved equality, but whenever I post a content like that, you've got everything, what are you even saying? There are privileged, I'm not saying, at the same time there are middle class women, and the worst of all is we don't even know how the lower caste ones are doing. We don't even take their picture, you're getting pictures of middle class COVID patients, you're getting to know at least the privileged ones are getting the treatment. What about the lower caste one? We're still struggling. The only reason people don't accept us because I come from a village, and that's what we get to hear, as well as coming from an orthodox family. I've been hearing this all the while. And when you put out there, these privileged people, at the same time, people who lived in the city think it's not okay. Like, no, that's not true. And to women, I feel, first of all, stop dragging other women down. Please start supporting. Women have to support other women.
True.
It's so stupid we're trying to get to a point where objectifying women for their bodies. It's a body, for God's sake. You are objectifying it. You have a sense of whatever that is. I also remember there's this whole thing of going about things, and one reel is going famous, or okay, you're showing your skin to get views. Who's giving views? You are Turkey. What can we do? It's not our problem. Okay, and that's what it is. But the to women out there, be yourself. Don't compare yourself, as well as give crowns. We're supposed to fix each other's crowns, not take them away from each other.
True. This is something which is a confusing question in my head, and because you're in this whole content space, let me ask you this. I know a bunch of women who I follow. I really look up to the content they put out, but there's also a lot of nudity or per se, in terms of a lot of body shaming or showing in those videos or pictures. I won't name them, but and then you have us talk about not objectifying yourself. Isn't it like it's a clash?
Oh my
How does
God.
that work?
That's what happened. So the recent reel that's going trending is also the same. A woman coming and saying that she comes in a full clothes. If you see my videos, I'm entirely that's my style, and
True.
I prefer it like that. And she then takes up a dress, and then she shows her shoulder. She gets 100k likes. Then she comes up and shows her cleavage, and then she says, I've got 1 million likes. Girls want attention, women want respect, which is so bad. She has a following of around 900k, and the message that she put out there is nothing but letting other women down. Okay, one thing. Angira, what's comfortable to you doesn't have to be comfortable
True.
to me. Okay, the food that you like is not something that I'd like.
Correct.
That's the basics that you need to understand. Okay, I'm when I go on social media, I'm not expecting people to come and give me anything. It's not paying me any money. I'm doing it for the sake of me. It makes me happy.
Right.
How do you not understand this? You objectify women. You chose to go comment. I had a content in my head which went like a man sitting on his phone and go like, oh, this is a woman who's showing her skin. Oh, this is another feminist woman who has an opinion. I'm going to put her on place. I'm going to send her rape threats. That does and all of it. And then go like, ma, where is my chaddi? Please give me my chaddi back. That's the kind of men we have, as well as women in the same place, because women are so jealous of other women. We've already had that, our aunties not liking our things because we have freedom, or we are choosing to marry late and stuff like that. And we have women who feel that showing skin, it's your body. It has taken so much for you to love your body first, and you feel comfortable in the clothes, as well as feel that it's completely okay until and unless you have a certain limit to it. Okay, and as much as I've known people out there, they've all been just dressing up the way they like, and these people are the one who are objectifying them, saying that, oh, you're nudity. At the same time, go check out a man doing it. I remember Vishnu putting out there, and I posted a sarcastic comment on my story saying that, hey, look at this man, he's doing it for validation and attention. But
Millions so one, bro.
yes, but the comments under them are so nice. It's women saying, hey, you look so nice and everything.
No rape threats, no shit.
Nothing. But at the same time, with the women, you're like, you're doing that, you're doing it for the clout, you're doing it for that, you're a whore, you're a slut. Can we say that?
Well, we will say that. But we're going to, soften it down. We're going to talk about a bunch of things that I am very, very, particular about? I want to know this about you. If Ridha was shipwrecked on a deserted island and all your human needs, your food and water, was given to you, what are the two things that you take with you?
I would definitely take my phone because I still have to post my content. But apart from that, I think I would just take a book with me, and with which I could just read and spend the time, because I'm getting food and everything else. There are no
Sorted.
people around. So I'm going to take a lot of books and finish reading them. I miss reading books so much.
Right? I used to read so much when I was in school, dude. I wonder what happened. Okay, if you had a choice between two superpowers, Ridha being invisible or Ridha could fly, what would you choose?
Invisible. Even if you didn't ask me, invisible. I always wanted to be invisible. Like, if there was an asshole in front of me, I would call the asshole out, then go to be invisible, then go slap and be like, oh yeah. I always wanted to do that.
But don't you think being invisible, I think it's a great idea. But don't you think it's a little creepy being invisible?
That's the best part about it. You're
Nobody
being
knows.
creepy around girls and as well as people and
Oh,
posting your stupid
yeah.
opinion. So let me just be invisible and go slap the
And
shit
show
out of
you. Yeah. Okay. What's the best and worst thing about being, content creator?
The best and the worst. The best thing is definitely the lot of love you get from people. It's just too great and too generous. At the same time, it's a lot of trolls that come your way also. Like, Bangalore troll pages are obsessed with me. You can go find any troll pages and you'll have me there. But, fake publicity, bad publicity or good publicity is still a publicity.
True that. All right. If you want an influencer, what other career would you choose?
As I told you, emceeing is something that I'd go for, as I'm a model as well. I would definitely. As I told you, I like multitasking and not just go with just one. And I run a small thrift store, so maybe I would start growing on that and work a lot more on this.
Okay.
And, slowly grow with it and see how it goes. And I take workshops and I definitely invest a lot of time on that as well.
All right. I want to ask you this because maybe, just maybe, some point, I think, going reels, I don't know that much, but otherwise, as somebody who is a content creator, influencer, what are the three things that a person would have to do? Like, three things that are imperative. Teach me.
Consistency is the key. Okay, it's the same thing with YouTube as well as Instagram. So Instagram keeps asking you to promote your content, so they get paid, but at the same time what happens is, once they're consistent, like, I remember once you make it a business profile, Instagram will ask you, please promote it and all of that, and later Instagram itself was like, you know what, we are going to promote your content. And that's how it started, and I was like, I was shocked what's happening. But consistency is the key. Quality is also the key. Think of what makes you different and unique. You don't have to do the same thing what everybody else do. Just put a little twist. Go with the trend, but add a little twist to it. Be consistent. Be amazing with whatever you're doing. At the same time, I feel a little quality over quantity is the key.
True.
So investing something that will just make things much better is nice, but consistency, not giving up, and good content.
Thank you, Ridha, miss. I can't believe it. It's like, yes, I want to scratch my face. We used to call our teachers Miss Dude. Yeah.
Okay, miss.
Okay. The last question that I have for you is, with the pandemic, is there a big fat message that you have for our listeners and viewers today? I mean, considering you speak so much about mental health.
I know it's a lot going on. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are still figuring things out. A lot of people just cannot stay home. Specifically students, their college life is taken from them. The school life is taken from them. The reason I don't want to do my master's is because I really want that experience, coming my way. So all I would like to say is, hang in there a little. If you feel you need help, please take therapy. There are a lot of therapy options, as well as a lot of people who give it for a low cost. And at this rise, stay safe, be conscious about what you're doing, be a little responsible. We know it's a little hard, we're still figuring things out, but as they say, precautions are better than cure. So take care of yourself and a little more, and I think we'll pass. This too shall pass.
This too shall pass. On that note, thank you, Ridha. I had an amazing time, and I'd like to think I made a friend. And of course, for the rest of you guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and you can like, share, comment on it. Tell Ridha what you think, and of course, follow me on Instagram. I am RJ Angira. Ridha has enough followers.
Please follow Angira.
Thanks, bro.
Please follow Angira.
Thanks, bro. Okay. All right. On that note, we are going to wind up. I'll be back next week with another guest. In my bathroom, of course. And see you guys. Have fun. And Superhits 93.5 Red FM. Bajate raho.
Red FM 93.5